All right, video's rolling. Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Kim. You know this guy. All right. Get this down here. Okay, you ready, Tom?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Yeah, you'll come on after him. Okay? All right, here we go.
Talk shoe. Recorded live.
Good evening. This is Gary Rossio of the San Diego Veterans Coalition. You're listening to GC Community Chat. And now here's your host and my good friend, Mr. Kerry Parton.
Good evening and welcome to Garden City Community Chat. This podcast is dedicated to promoting our community and yours, offering news you can use and much more. And now, Garden City Community Chat. Well, hello and welcome to GC Community Chat. This is show number 316 for November 10th, 2016. You are listening to Garden City Community Chat, coming to you live from the chat studio right here in Garden City, Michigan. Right, Mike?
That's right,
We want to say hi to our listeners in Wayne, Westland, Dearborn Heights, Dearborn, Inkster, Redford, Livonia, Plymouth, and Canton. Wow, that's a mouthful. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. This is Garden City's only live podcast where we share news you can use and promote our community and yours. I'm your host, Kerry, and joining me tonight is former Garden City Councilman and longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones. Mike, how you doing?
Outstanding, Kerry, but I am getting better.
And our favorite weather guy, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Can't complain. The weather's been pretty good around here lately. But we'll get into that.
Yeah, it's only going to get better.
Oh, awesome.
You like that?
Yeah. Tom's going to be here in a little while. He'll have the latest forecast for us. And then Mike's going to be here. He'll close out the show with some community announcements and events for us, as always. So please sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and join us for the next 60 minutes or so. All right, we have a great show for you tonight. Joining us tonight will be Kim Pianko. Kim is the CEO/owner of American Therapy Centers located in Westland. She's a respiratory therapist and will be here to answer any questions you may have and tell us about her business and some of the services she offers, including pulmonary rehab and physical therapy. Should be a good one. So we hope you'll stick around for that. You know, community events are not just taking place here in Garden City, but in our surrounding communities as well. So if you have a community event coming up, get that information to us as soon as possible by emailing us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. And Mike will be more than happy to share it with our listeners. Right, Mike?
That's correct.
That's what we're here for, to promote our community and yours. Now, we invite you to be a part of our conversation here tonight. If you have any questions or comments for our guest or any of us, we would love to hear from you. It's very easy. Just give us a call at 1-724-444-7444 and enter the call ID 82757 followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us in our chat room by going online to TalkShoe.com, search for call ID 82757. That's going to take you right to our main show page where you'll click on a large Join In button. A window will open, sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your questions and comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. If you'd like, you can text your questions to us at 734-788-9319. We look forward to hearing from you. Now, don't forget, all our shows are recorded, so you can catch us later at your convenience, which several of our listeners do, by going to our main show page where you'll find all 316 shows listed for you in order, so please check them out. The audio from tonight's show will be posted on Facebook shortly after we sign off tonight at facebook.com/GCchat. We are doing a live unedited video of tonight's show. I got a brain fart there, folks. I'm sorry about that. So you can put a face with the voice. Hello, everybody. And that will be available tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. Please watch for that. And while you're there, why not subscribe to the channel? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows just click on the little red subscribe button right below the video, and all our other videos are there as well. Check them out. And don't forget, we are in iTunes. Just search for GC Community Chat. And we'd love to hear from you, too. So check them all out, will you? All right, Tom is here. We're going to get him in here with the weather and see what it looks like for the rest of the week and the weekend. And then we'll get to our guest for tonight. So let's get Tom in here. Okay, let's get a check on the weather with Doppler Tom, see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend. Tom, what do you have for us? All right, Tom, you're up. The leaves are finally down over here on my trees.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're finally down over here as well. Now I just have to raise them.
Yeah. Windy, too.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, the weather has just been pretty nice the last few days. I mean, we did have some rain yesterday, or the other day, but it wasn't too much rain. It was just a little bit of rain. But like you said, it's been pretty mild as well. And but there is changes of coming, and I mean, the nice weather's going to continue, but it's going to cool down. So I mean, take it what it is. I mean, it's only climatology is when it really begins to take over. But for the rest of the night, it's going to be pretty clear out there, and the temperatures are going to be in the low 40s. And as we get into Veterans Day, it's going to be an overall dry day. A lot more clouds than what we have been dealing with today, and much cooler. We're going to stay into the 40s. So when we get into the 40s tonight, we're going to stay in the 40s all day tomorrow. And as we get into Friday night, it's going to get much colder. We're probably going to be below freezing. And this is one of our few days where we actually get below freezing. We haven't really been below freezing much this week. And it's really going to start to increase as we get into the weekend. And we're probably going to be in the upper 20s tomorrow night. So it's going to be pretty cold.
Wow.
And as we get into Saturday, it's going to, again, start out pretty sunny. And the temperatures are going to start to rebound into the upper 40s. So that's going to be pretty good. And as we get into Saturday night, it's going to, again, be close to freezing. Probably close to 32 degrees again. So another cold night as we get into the weekend. As we get into Sunday night, again, it's going to be another cold night into the 30s. So the next 2 nights are going to be pretty nippy out there. If you have any late plants that are going to be out there and you don't really want to throw them away, just let the cold air do it, and they'll die pretty quickly out there. And it's going to be pretty cold. But as we get into next week, like I've been saying last week or so, I don't see any big pattern changes to really talk about. There's not really going to be much rain next week as well. Temperatures are going to kind of be consistent into the low to mid 50s. And overall, the cloud conditions are going to be overall a mix of clouds and sun every day. So overall, another quiet week as we get into next week. And as I stand out, we're going to talk about the other weather going around the country. There really isn't much to talk about. Again, it's much quieter across the country like it is here, which is pretty unusual for this time of year because we really start to see these storms begin to move into the west with mountain snow, but we don't really see these systems yet. I mean, there's a few systems into Canada, but nothing in the lower 48. And the biggest story, again, are the droughts across the country. The west is continuing to be in the drought, and now the southeastern United States is in a pretty severe drought, especially Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas. So that's another area to talk about, and the northeast as well. They're in a drought as well. So when you get these nice quiet patterns, it's pretty nice, but then you get into droughts, and then you can get into some problems. But the good news is that we're not going to be getting into droughts, so that's the good news, because these droughts have been going back for a few months and even years as it's going to the west, so that's some great news. And I don't see any snow in the forecast, so that's even good news. So you don't have to really worry about
Don't say that four-letter word.
doubling just at this point, but it will happen soon enough. I don't think it will happen this month, so that's some good news.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the winter outlook a little bit later, but I don't really want to talk about winter yet because, again, it's not really feeling like winter. It's like that Christmas music on the radio. You can't listen to it when it's so nice outside because it just doesn't fit. So we'll probably talk about winter as we get into December, but I don't see any widespread cold or widespread snow to really be worried about. So that's some great news. But if you want to keep tuned to all of my local weather information, just go on to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com.
All right, awesome. You have any comments for Tom there, Mike?
No, my comments are related to things coming up, and the election and what have you.
You know, I just wanted to mention I literally just came back from Maplewood Center, and Angela Hospice and the Garden City Senior Center had an appreciation pinning ceremony for all the veterans. And I just wanted to hold it. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we were presented this and also our pins. And they did a very nice job.
The pins are service.
Service, yeah, this is Navy, yep. And they had Army and Marines. But with, Veterans Day, I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day tomorrow and thank a veteran, so.
Was our state senator there?
No, he wasn't. He was recognized, but he wasn't there. Randy was there. He'll be there tomorrow, though, I'm sure.
Must be tied up in Lansing.
Yeah, and we'll mention that tomorrow they have the
Because he would miss that if
Veterans Day event
he
at
didn't have a conflict.
O'Leary Auditorium,
Yeah.
11 o'clock tomorrow. It's a nice event. All right. She is a respiratory therapist and CEO and owner of the American Therapy Centers. Please welcome Kim Pianko to the show. Kim, how are you?
Hi, good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So first, what I like to have our guests do is tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into what you're here for.
Okay. Like Carrie said, I'm a respiratory therapist. I've been a therapist for a few years. I've worked at a hospital. I've worked in a long-term care. I've worked at Pulmonary Rehab, and I found that Pulmonary Rehab was my passion.
Mm-hmm.
I had an opportunity to buy the company I've been working at for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the company I own now, American Therapy Centers.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
So this is your first venture into owning a business?
Yes, it
okay.
is. Mm-hmm.
Pretty scary.
It was a little scary.
Yeah.
But
You getting a little more comfortable though now?
I am.
Good.
And it was pretty easy transition. Really, people have asked me or have said I would never know how to do that. It helps because the two ladies that are working for me have been there for years, so they
That helps a lot.
made the transition very nice.
Yeah, that helps.
In my background, I was a medical biller in my 20s, a bill collector, a medical assistant.
Okay,
so I have a wide variety of background.
Oh, okay.
So I've got some understanding, of it.
Yeah, the
which
billing
helps.
and the insurance and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, that can drive you crazy.
Which is
You gotta-
important. And I mean, guidelines change every year and things change every year. But if you've never done it and have no concept of codes and, guidelines, it would be harder. At least I have some concept of it.
So, okay, a person comes into your facility. What can they expect when they first walk in, let's say?
Well, if they're coming for any type of shortness of breath, which would be an indication for pulmonary rehab, we're going to do an evaluation ourselves. We have documents from the physician of their pulmonary function testing that the doctor would have done. It's a breathing test. So we have those results, but we do our own evaluation, and that includes a lot of history, medical questions to get a feel of where you're at, and then we do a 6-minute walk. That's 6 minutes of walking if you can handle it, and we monitor your oxygenation the whole time, so we know with activity what the oxygen level is in your body, and that's for your safety.
Yeah, that's important.
From all that information, we develop a care plan for you and goals. And you would expect to be there at least 3 months, coming 3 times a week, 2 times minimum. You will not benefit from only coming 1 time a week. So we hope that you come 3 times a week, and most patients do. We develop an exercise plan, and it includes the normal 3 pieces of equipment are the treadmill, an arm ergometer, which is a little bike sits on the table and you pedal it with your arms, and that works your upper respiratory muscles.
Now, this is for pulmonary rehab?
This is for pulmonary.
Okay, I have COPD.
Okay.
And I can tell you, if I walk from here to my car, I'm huffing and puffing.
Okay.
I don't know how you
Not-
expect me to do.
Well,
You know what I'm
start
saying?
out real slowly. From that 6-minute walk, we kind of gauge how that is for you. And then after that, we make a plan for you, and you come back the next day, and we're going to put you on the treadmill, and we're going to find out what a good starting point is for you. We're going to start you very slow. We don't want you out of breath. You'll never leave sweating or exhausted. It's a very slow process. So we're going to start you on the treadmill, that little arm bike, and a bicycle. Normally, it's called the new step.
So
And
kind of real low impact,
real
slow.
low impact, yep.
Okay.
And then each week you'll increase maybe a minute at a time. So you're not really going to feel an increase.
Okay.
So you're slowly going to progress on that exercise equipment and gain that strength and stamina.
Okay.
But we're also going to teach you a new way to breathe, which may sound a little odd, but there is a special technique for breathing for COPD patients. It's called pursed lip breathing and diaphragmatic breathing.
Okay. Can you explain that a little? Or?
Yeah, because with COPD, you have trouble getting the air out of your lungs. You trap your CO2, which is your, let's say, exhaust. You trap it. So if you're holding on to that CO2, you're going to have trouble getting the fresh oxygen in. Okay. So that's when your brain, your respiratory center is saying, breathe, 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 and you're beginning that huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
We're going to teach you a special technique to get the CO2 out so you can get the fresh oxygen in. That COPD. Fibrosis, they have trouble getting the air in. They have scar tissue, and it's a restrictive disease. And that's caused more by those people that have a long exposure to asbestos, paint factories, dust, sawdust, asbestos.
Well, see, I was told I had COPD, but maybe I have some of that too because I was exposed in the Navy to asbestos a little.
Okay. Now you
But
can
I mean-
have both. But if you had a lung function test, that pulmonary function
Yeah,
test,
I did.
breathing
Yeah,
test, that
yeah.
will tell you.
In that cylinder, you got to go in. They seal your nose
Yep,
off and
they
everything.
put you in a booth. That's part of it.
Yeah, I
it's
did
real
that.
easy. It's just breathing, but that will tell you if you have trouble getting in or trouble getting out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll tell you the degree or the lungs, what percentage of lung function you have.
Yeah.
And then you'll know what stage you're at. You'll know if you have COPD or fibrosis. You'll know if you're stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. It indicates what inhalers, what medicines are best for you.
See, also I have ankylosing spondylitis, which is hard for me to expand my lungs enough.
Okay. Yep. So you have limited
The
lung
curvature,
function.
yeah. So I'm a mess. And we both have had triple bypass too. So,
Okay.
I only had a double.
oh yeah, I had triple,
You're one
yeah.
base ahead of me.
Carrie's got you beat.
But I did have one collapse, so I'm running on 2 now.
So we help COPD patients or any patients with any lung disease that creates that shortness of breath, that difficulty breathing. And when you have difficulty breathing, it's very tiring on your body. It increases
Yeah.
that work of breathing, and it can be exhausting.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of education. We teach you about the disease so you know what's going on in your lungs. We teach you how to manage it. It's not reversible, but it is very manageable. We strengthen you, we educate you, we teach you how to breathe. We're going to make you less short of breath. I've had patients on a small amount of oxygen, let's say 2 liters a day. With the new breathing technique, we've gotten them off of that oxygen.
Oh, wow.
We're going to, if you have a lot of coughing or a lot of mucus and you have trouble getting it up, we'll teach you a special cough technique. We teach you how to use your inhalers. We teach you the difference between a maintenance inhaler and a rescue inhaler.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
of
there
people
is a difference.
don't know the difference.
Yeah.
They'll say, well, I stopped using that Spreve or Advair because it didn't help me when I was wheezing. And we'll say it's not supposed to. That's a maintenance med. You're not going to feel an immediate relief.
Oh, okay.
That's your rescue.
Yeah,
So-
I've had rescue and then, the other
Maintenance. Yeah, the maintenance
yeah.
is like taking your blood pressure medicine or your birth
Yeah.
control. You're not going to feel anything.
I just never saw any big difference really, but maybe I just didn't use it enough or long enough. I don't know.
Okay, you got to use
But-
it as
I'd like to-
prescribed.
I'd like to refer my friend Carrie to you as a patient.
We really.
I think we might
thank
come
me.
see you.
They come, and when they leave, they say, "Thank you. I never knew this would make such a difference." I could walk around the neighborhood with my wife, but we could never go up this hill.
Yeah.
Or I had a lady, a 90-year-old woman, her daughter would bring her in, very frail. She shocked me by going 1.9 miles on the treadmill.
Wow.
The daughter had said she can now go to Meijer on her own and get her milk and bread. She doesn't have to wait for
Oh,
me.
wow. That's
so
awesome.
we really do make a difference.
So yeah, those are some of the benefits then. Well, what are some of the benefits of physical therapy then?
Physical therapy?
Yeah.
A lot of people think even as they get older, certain ailments are just normal, and that's not necessarily true. When you have arthritis, if you have back pain, shoulder problems, hip pain, the Rose shaking her head, yes, knees, all of those things. There's a lot of things a physical therapist can do. Even if a doctor says, you know what, you really need surgery, physical therapy can actually help you prevent that surgery. Or if you've had that hip replacement or knee replacement,
Yeah.
you need physical therapy after to get those joints
Yes,
moving and
yes.
be mobile.
I had full hip replacement, and I'll tell you, the therapy was unbelievable. It was great.
Okay. Yeah, you need
but you have to
therapy.
do it. You have to do it.
Yeah,
Same with you with your shoulder, right?
When I had the arthroscopic surgery on my shoulder, without the physical therapy, I would have been.
Exactly.
I could
Very
barely
important.
move my arm back at all.
Right.
And
They're going to help with
after-
that mobility.
Eventually, after about 3 months or so, I got, more like 6 months, I got
Mm-hmm.
pretty much full range of motion back again.
Good.
So, is there a difference between? I mean, what's the difference? Physical therapy, occupational therapy. Is there a difference there or no?
There is,
Not
but
really, but-
I'm neither of those, so I'm not sure I can completely. Occupational therapy is for, let's say a patient had a stroke and they've lost use of their hand. They can't
Okay.
open a jar or put on their clothes. They kind of work more with getting you to grasp.
Oh, okay, I got
grasp
it.
a ball, grasp a can opener, things like that.
Okay.
More specific, where a physical therapy
More
is,
disabled, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not an OT to really explain the difference, but in my mind,
Yeah, I just
that
threw
would
it
be
out
the
there.
difference.
By the way, guest 4 says Kim is the greatest, so I don't know, maybe
Oh.
maybe
Thank
you.
he or she's a patient or a fan.
Oh, okay, thank you. And what's nice is, we're a private facility. I'm not a hospital. I don't. We're not a conglomeration where you're a number. It's a small facility. We really
You got
are.
that one-on-one
We are.
relationship.
It's like family, and I don't want to use that term loosely, but we have patients that come year after year. I had a man walk in who said, "I was here 5 years ago, and my wife just had a hip replacement. She's in a rehab. I'm pulling her out after a week because I want her to come back here." And we have multiple patients that come in and say that.
That's nice.
It's just very casual atmosphere, very friendly. There's always laughing going on. I see patients making friends. You're with your peers, other
Yeah.
people that have that same lung disease. You're asking,
Can
gosh,
relate.
I was told I should have a lung transplant. We have people there that have had a transplant. I have a man who just had one on Monday. I had a
Holy
man
cow.
that had one early in the winter. So those are people that can connect with each other and
Wow.
ask questions.
Yeah. Got a lot in common.
Yeah, a lot in common.
It's Don Nicholson, by the way.
Oh, hi, Don.
I'm going to be seeing Don tomorrow morning at our meeting. He'll be there.
Oh, I'll be
He's
there.
coming. Yeah.
Okay, good. Don's
So,
good.
what are some of the tools or techniques that you guys use over there?
Well, the exercise equipment for respiratory is mostly treadmill.
Do you do breathing treatments or any of that, or?
We offer breathing treatments if they need it. We have the exercise equipment. We do percussion. Now, percussion is a very nice technique, and I'll explain it. It's a high-frequency vibration that we do on your back. Now, this
Does
is...
that loosen up the?
Yep, it breaks up that mucus. A lot of COPD patients have that daily mucus, and it can be thick where it's very hard to cough it up. So that
Especially
high-
with my curvature, I can't bring it up. It's really, really hard.
Okay.
Really hard.
So this high frequency vibration vibrates it so much it breaks it up, so you're able to cough it up easier when it's just all, kind of one big mass and
Yeah.
it's thick. It's
Yeah.
very hard to bring it up.
Wow.
So that mucus in your lungs, and it's in
That
your-
restricts your breathing.
Yep,
I mean,
it restricts your breathing. It's filling your little air sacs, your alveoli, and that's where the oxygen goes, and it has to go through the alveoli into the blood. Now imagine, it's like a
Jeez.
balloon. Imagine your balloon full of mucus,
Mm-hmm.
and the oxygen's got to get from the inside of the balloon to the outside of the balloon. Now it's got to go through all that mucus.
wow.
That's what depletes the oxygen in your bloodstream.
Mm-hmm.
So patients love it. They even say after they're
bet.
discharged, "Can I just come back for the percussion?"
Yeah.
And so the hospital outpatient rehabs cannot do this service. The explanation is just we're Medicare A, they're Medicare B, we're allowed to do it. So it's something special that actually we can offer.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's really helpful.
Yeah, it probably takes a lot out of them too, trying to expel that out
Yep,
of there.
it's
And
very tiring.
very tiring. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Carrie will be there Monday. Got any openings?
Yes.
Yeah, so how does that work? Do you have to have a doctor referral or a prescription, right?
Yep, you do need a referral.
A person just can't come in off the street.
No,
I mean,
unfortunately, you need a referral. But
Okay.
it's not hard. You can either go to your doctor and get it, or if your doctor already knows you have COPD, you could try calling if he knows you well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But your complaint needs to be that you have difficulty in breathing. You're short of breath. You
Right.
can't go to the mailbox. You can't whatever. You can't shower. Whatever it is, that breathing affects you and it limits you and it affects your activities of daily living.
and
So
it's all
any-
covered by
any
insurance,
shortness of
Medicare.
breath. Yep, Medicare fully covers it. We take over 5,000 insurances.
Wow.
Yes, I mean,
There's that many out there?
yes.
Jesus.
I know, I
That's
know.
ridiculous.
Well, like Meyer has their own plans. Airlines
less.
have their own
Oh, my
plans.
God.
I
Maybe
mean,
less under President Trump.
Yeah, you had to get that in there, didn't you?
We'll see what that brings. But Yep, we take most insurances, and it's an easy process. You just need a referral for shortness of breath or COPD or physical therapy. You know, any type of pain or general weakness, debilitation. You know, you're weak. You're not able to do what you used to do.
Right. Usually doctors are pretty good about wanting to send you to rehab. I mean, really. I mean, it beats, you know, it's actually an alternative to, say, surgery or something, really.
Right. You can prevent surgery.
That's
or
the last
taking
thing you want to do.
Drugs and
Drugs.
do like a natural type
Yeah.
of, you know, preventative medicine.
Yeah, you don't do any medication or anything.
Nope.
Do your patients typically have a limited number of sessions that insurance is going to pay for?
Depends on the insurance. With physical therapy, there can be caps. Medicare especially has a cap, but generally it's more than enough to help the patient. Respiratory therapy, we really don't have a cap. We make goals for you, and as long as you're progressing, especially with Medicare, you need to show progression. If you're plateauing and you're not going anywhere and you're on that treadmill the same speed for 2 months, you know, that's a problem where Medicare is going to say, okay, what's going
they
on?
want to see you
Yeah.
progressing.
Yep, it doesn't have to be a lot. But
And I'm sure the patient wants to see that too, you know.
Right,
I
right.
mean,
That's what you're there for.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Then it's a very slow process. No one ever comes out sweating or like you've been at the gym.
Like
you
you
know?
need a shower.
Right. Yep.
Do you do any kind of electrical, like this muscle stimulants and that?
Yep, we do electrical stimulation, ultrasound, hot packs,
wow.
paraffin wax
So you got it
treatments
all.
on the hands.
For arthritis?
Yeah.
Like? Wow.
You know, we have TheraBands, the balls, different equipment.
Yeah, the
machine.
bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those, with the knee and all that. Very interesting. How about, let's talk about the Lunch and Learn. I connected you with Maplewood, the senior center, with Sheila over there.
Yeah.
And you're going to be doing that in December, is it?
Yep, in December, we're gonna. She's advertising, you know, to whoever wants to come that might have the lung diseases that create shortness of breath or physical therapy. So
Do you know the date yet, or it's December?
I do, but I don't know at the top of
Yeah, I
my
can't remember.
mind.
Typically?
Usually, I think they are. Yeah,
What was that?
Wednesdays, I think.
Wednesdays.
So that'd be the 7th, the 14th, the 21st.
Yeah, and we just had the Commission on Aging meeting. I can't remember now.
No, I can't either.
It's probably
I
in
feel
my
like it
notes.
was mid-month. You know, it was before
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So I feel
Right.
like no later than mid-month.
Well, that'll be good.
I'm guessing the 14th.
14th? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, we're excited for that. Today I did a lunch and learn at our Saviors Center on Annapolis Road.
Do you go out and do those yourself then?
Yep, I
Okay.
was there today. Nice,
right.
nice group of people, and
So you're really trying to service the area and the seniors, and
yeah, trying
because
to
there's a
reach out.
lot of a big need for that. There really is. I mean,
There
today
is.
even with the baby boomers at that, it's
Right, and
phenomenal.
people don't. Not everyone knows about pulmonary rehab. It really isn't kind of an up and coming thing compared to other medical treatments.
Well, I'll tell you, if you can help me, I'm all for it.
And again, people as they get older, they just think, well, I'm older, I'm short of breath. That's just the way it is. You
Yeah.
know, and it's not. We really can help you with it. So yeah, we're trying to be part of the community.
Yeah,
and
you'll have to do a lot of evaluating on me.
need a couple hours for you.
Yeah, a couple hours. So let's see, you're located at
We are in Westland at 7107 North Wayne Road.
right next to the BP gas station,
Yep,
right?
just south of Warren.
Has that always been a rehab therapy?
No, it was a Mexican
I
restaurant.
thought. That's what I said.
And before that, it was Chinese.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
The sign kind of has a Chinese look to it. It kind of points
Kind of-
up like
Yeah, kind of like
cat ears.
a
or, I don't know.
pergola or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sign is going to
You
be
don't do any
changing.
acupuncture or anything like that.
No, we don't. I have an empty space in the building. I lease the building, but I have the rights to sublease it. So I have an urgent care moving in. I've already signed the lease for them.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to be changing
They're
the
popping
signage.
up a lot all over the place. Urgent cares, a lot of them.
There are. There's not any in a few mile radius.
No.
I hope that he does well. He's a very nice man. So that sign is going to be changing and looking better.
Awesome,
It's not the
awesome.
greatest sign.
Do you do what about massage?
We, you know what? Sometimes they incorporate massage with the physical therapy as needed, but I do not have a massage therapist per se on
But you
site.
probably got one on call if you needed one.
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
And we've also been in business 14 years, but we've been at this location 5 years. It used to be down the street.
Okay.
So been in business 14 years.
Wow, That's good. That's awesome. What do they do? Just call for an appointment if?
Yep, you can call for appointment. You're welcome to stop in and look around. A lot of people do that. Tonight,
Just
someone
come in.
wanted to stop in and look around. They were checking out places.
And you have, what, 2 on staff respiratory therapists
Yep,
besides
there's
yourself?
Myself and another respiratory therapist, and then we have a physical therapist
A physical,
and
yeah.
a physical therapist assistant.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, you're doing good.
Yeah.
You seem relaxed.
Thank you.
I know you were kind of worried about, this first time you're in business.
Well, it's always stressful.
It is, sure.
Owning a business. And then
Absolutely,
making
we know.
it your own, right?
You
Making
can't see her
changes.
wringing her hands around the table.
There's my stress relief.
Anything else you wanted to cover while you're here?
Um,
Anybody got a question? Cheryl, have a question? No? Okay.
Okay. But we not only treat COPD, anything that creates shortness of breath, fibrosis, Guillain-Barré, myasthenia gravis, lung cancer, asthma,
She was talking about how they, what's the thing you have to pound the back?
percussion.
To help bring
breaks
that up.
The mucus, yep. And every visit, there's some sort of education to help you. It's individualized, but we're all about just educating you and helping you manage the disease any way we can. Nutrition,
Yeah, I need to lose a little.
keep from getting sick, watching those symptoms. With COPD patients, you're so susceptible to getting lung infection and pneumonia.
Yeah.
If I have a
Yeah.
fever for a couple days, I can wait it out.
Yeah.
But COPD, you cannot. You
No.
need to call the doctor right away.
Yeah.
Because it can go into pneumonia so easy.
Yeah, I found that out once.
Did you?
Hmm.
So we
Doctor's real good about it.
Yeah, my doctor is really good about
Do
that.
your
good.
patients have then home exercises they do to complement what you do at the clinic itself?
For the physical therapy, yes, they get a home program to do their homework at home. Yep. Good question.
Yeah, Don's going to be at the meeting tomorrow, and he says she deserved donuts on Friday. Yeah, bring the donuts, Don. I know he is.
Custard.
Custard. Hear that? Custard. So, I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else, unless you wanted to cover something.
I think that's the gist of it. I mean, you're welcome to call. I could give the phone number if you have
Yeah,
any
give the
other
phone number,
questions.
absolutely.
Okay, it's 734.
Let me get it, too. 734.
728
Uh-huh.
5660.
Okay, awesome.
And we can help you get a prescription too if your doctor is already aware you have COPD or a physical ailment. We can call the physician for you and see.
And if they're interested in learning more, they can come to the Lunch and Learn next month at the Maplewood Center.
Absolutely.
You'll be there and find out everything.
Yep.
Party Animals on the phone. How you doing, Jerry?
Hey, Carrie, doing well. How's things in Garden City today?
Good. Just talking with Kim Pianko. She's a respiratory therapist.
I've heard. It's nice to hear. And after working, I'm going to be working in the hospital for over 30 years. I'm going to go through 30 years of hospital work. We could not do it without those guys. So thank you very much for all your service over the years, guys. We
thank
appreciate
you.
you. And also
Yeah.
being in Garden City.
Thank you.
Jerry's he's supposed to be a retired nurse, but there's no way he's retired, right, Jerry?
No,
Plus he's the owner of Party Animal Travel. I don't know in Garden City.
Where is he now?
Where are you now, Jerry?
I'm in Kentucky.
Well, say hi to y'all down there.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to talk to you guys. I miss you guys.
Yeah, miss you.
Yeah, we miss you too.
Yeah, I've been on the road I've been on the road pretty much since April, and we're just coming back from the Biltmore Manor and down in North Carolina, and we're
Oh, yeah.
on our way back from Kentucky, and then next week we're in Costa Rica. So I'm home for a couple
Jeez,
days.
Pete, wow. How's Ski doing, the wife? How's the wife doing?
Doing fine, doing very fine. They're over at the office working day and night, trying to get everybody where they're supposed to go, and that.
Yeah. Cheryl says you were at Cracker Barrel, huh?
What, today?
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you, you can get tracked down, can't you?
Yeah,
we were at
We follow you on
we were
Facebook.
there, and then we were there, and then we went to the Moonshine Factory after that. So.
Wow. Awesome. You got a question or anything for Kim?
I do. As far as looking at our customers who are using updrafts and using at home, using inhalation therapies at home, I understand that it's getting harder and harder to get services that is covered by insurance, and that they're starting to get picky on that. As far as inhalation services, do you find that it's getting harder to get approved through Medicaid, Medicare, Blue Cross, and a lot of the supplemental insurances?
Well, we don't do home care, but
Right.
no one has mentioned that they have a problem with having their nebulizer at home. Well, actually, not through the rehab per se, but we do a pilot program with Meridian, a Medicaid. We do a home COPD education program. It's specific to Meridian and patients they want us to see to reduce those COPD readmission rates. A lot of those patients have a nebulizer at home, but none of them have trouble getting that covered by Medicaid. So I've not heard that.
She's not seeing it.
That's good. We have some clients who had a difficult time, not so much with Medicaid, but some of the insurances that they were having a difficult time with, like paperwork after paperwork before they could get it their home. If the doctors especially didn't get the paperwork done completely, getting it at home, but they were stuck with more handheld devices such as Ventolin, Proventil, and not so much the at-home nebulizers.
Yeah, I hope not, because I mean
That's a very important part of
better deposition. When they are having a lot of the wheezing and tightness. I hope that's not true.
And also switching over to my travel partners and that Imogen systems that they can utilize and keep them mobile out into the community and out in the world. And that, do you find that they're able to get the Imogen systems?
It's not covered by insurance, but
Out.
they're paying for it on their own, and it's about $4,000 for the Inogen unit.
Now, what is that in Inogen?
It's a portable oxygen unit.
Wow.
You might see people with the small metal tanks.
Yeah.
They might wheel them or they might carry them. The Inogen is more lightweight.
Okay.
In a smaller unit, like in a little shoulder pack.
Wow, and why isn't that covered? A tank is, right?
Yeah, tanks are covered. I don't know why it's
Oh my
not covered,
gosh.
but
$4,000?
Yep. It's
Wow.
a lot for senior citizens.
It's terrible.
But think of a senior citizen trying to carry that heavy
Exactly.
metal tank.
Yeah. This is
That's
more lightweight.
That's the problem we have. Sometimes our clients are seniors, and that maybe the lady only weighs maybe 130 to 140 pounds, but yet she's pulling a green tank around with her that can weigh 22 pounds, 18 to 22 pounds.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. And then you've got a purse and possibly a cane and a walker, and you're, trying to get in a car or bus
Cannula in your nose
transportation. Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah, it's not convenient.
I have some clients that they're stuck at home because they can't pull those tanks around with them, and yet they wanted to get the portable ones so that they could be mobile out in the community. But they received a bill for $4,770 for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. That is, what a shame. Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is there.
On the other hand, we do have more people that are mobile, and we have a lot of people who are not running back and forth to hospitals because of services like this.
That's good.
They're able to maintain it with education, like being provided. So they are not so much time in the emergency room, not so much time back in the back because they're able to take care of themselves. So thank you very much for your services.
Yeah. I have a passion for it, so I love it because I get to see how I make a difference in their lives.
That's good.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
Hi, Jerry. Cheryl.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, I always see your trips after the fact, and we stopped by Biltmore last year and didn't have enough time to do the tour, so I was thankful for all the pictures that were posted, so I kind of got to see Biltmore through Facebook, so that was nice to see.
Yeah.
But, that is such a catch-22, having retired from Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it just breaks my heart because everybody should realize, and there should be some type of study, that the more people sit around at home and become immobile, that they get sicker. So the more that you can help them get out and be active and do things, that should be, that's a no-brainer, that, whatever it takes to keep people mobile, that they would stay healthier, and that would cut down on the long run from healthcare costs. So not paying for that type of oxygen just doesn't make any sense.
No,
but then
it doesn't.
What does make sense sometimes with the rules and the policies that are made by...
Oh, the bottom line.
Yeah, bottom line.
Well, we're seeing more COPD in our emergency rooms right now.
Of course.
And one of the reasons why, because people are utilizing a lot more of cannabis products and a lot more of the medical marijuana. So we're finding them in our emergency room, and they're having harder times breathing because they're utilizing non-filtered medical marijuana, 5-6 joints per day, and then they're ending up in our emergency room. So it's really a double catch there.
Right. It's just as harmful.
Yeah, we just talked about that today, how, they think that marijuana is the miracle drug now all of a sudden. It's for everything, right?
Right.
The woman on TV gave her 3-year-old. What was that today?
Yep, today it was making it went viral that a woman in Iowa, I believe, gave her 3-year-old a marijuana-laced milkshake to ease her pain. The child was taken away from her by protective services.
Yeah,
and
it's crazy.
They are out protesting in front of Child Protective Services that was the right thing to do for a 3-year-old.
Oh my goodness!
It's getting out of hand.
But then it surprised me because it said that marijuana for a 3-year-old is only approved for. Oh, what was the diagnosis?
Oh, brother.
There is a diagnosis where marijuana is approved for a child as young as 3.
Wow.
It can be for a seizure disorder.
Yeah, epilepsy. I heard that.
Maybe it was.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
And, well, I guess I don't know enough about it, but I know that it does have its benefits.
Are you seeing any of that? I mean, with any of your pulmonary patients where they're doing the medical?
The home patients I see with Meridian.
Okay.
They will admit that they do, smoke marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
And I just let them know that it's just as harmful as cigarettes.
Sure, it is.
So
I mean, you're inhaling that.
You might be easing the pain or easing that nausea with your cancer treatment.
But it's congesting.
But you also have COPD, and you're just adding to that fire, in your lungs. So
it's just going to make it harder for them to breathe even more, right?
Right.
Wow.
And maybe
Go ahead.
You ever have to sit at the bedside of somebody who is actually at end-stage COPD?
Yeah.
It is a very, very hard thing to watch.
That was my father.
Yeah, her dad had emphysema.
Gasping for air is horrible.
Terrible. It is. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask, maybe I missed it if you had already touched on it. Are you seeing any respiratory issues with these e-cigarettes?
Oh, yeah.
Not that I know that it's directly related to it.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen that, so I can't really answer that.
Yeah, because they think that's the greatest thing since sliced bread too.
And I don't know anybody really on e-cigarettes. My patients have either cut back and cut down, or they've gone cold turkey. Or they still smoke.
Oh, okay.
Right. But really, none of my patients are on the e-cigarettes.
Good. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good thing. Jerry, you're probably seeing a lot of it.
Well, the e-cigarettes are kind of fading away. Vape shops are kind of fading away, too. It was a real hot item there, but a lot of people, there's quite an expense attached to it, and we're finding more and more people are they tried it, it didn't really work really well, and so a lot of people, too, we have some clients who have moved into the world of Chantix, but Chantix has its own problems with it, too. So,
and that's not cheap.
It's covered by some insurances.
It's better if they can try to cut back and use the patches than Chantix. Chantix was meant to be the end-all of smoking, but unfortunately, it's got so many side effects to it.
Wow.
Everything from suicidal ideations to actually, there's been a lot of cases of renal failure with Chantix, so it's not been one of the winners.
Yep, a lot of my patients have hallucinations and suicidal thoughts. So.
Yeah.
Seriously, wow.
Yep.
No good.
Yeah.
All right.
What a great conversation tonight, though. I mean, very educational. I'm glad you guys are talking tonight about it.
Yeah, I thought it would be a nice topic and a nice change and get you on here. You did a great job. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, it's
thank you.
I enjoy letting people know about it and know that there's help and that it's not normal to be short of breath and, that we can help you.
There is help out there. They can manage it.
Yep.
You can't cure it, but you can manage it, make life a little easier for them, maybe.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, that's the name of the game, if you can make life easier.
Yeah, right. You want to enjoy your life and get out and do things.
Yeah.
No one wants to sit home because they, can't go out and do their short.
Well, I can't sit home with this one. She keeps me going.
Well, good.
But no, we have a good time. But yeah, anybody wants to come out and check your facility out, they can stop by and
Yep, people do it all the time. Come on by
Yeah.
and say hello and look around.
say GC Community Chance sent you.
Yeah, sure.
And Kim will know.
Yeah.
She'll know. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you. I did. It was really, really fun.
Come back anytime. And you're going to be at the meeting tomorrow, GCBA meeting. Awesome. Don's going to be there too, it looks like. He's bringing the custard donuts, he says. Custard donuts it is.
Yay.
All right. Well, you're welcome to stick around for the rest of the show, or if you have to leave, I understand.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Kim Pianko, owner of American Therapy Centers. Very good. Very good. And bagels. Oh, my gosh. Holy cow, Don. That's awesome, man. All right. We're going to get Mike in here now, seeing as we don't have any garden segments.
If we
And Mike.
spend a couple minutes just talking about
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
today's election.
Yeah, let's do that.
There
Thanks, Kim.
were a number
Take care. See you tomorrow.
number of issues of local interest.
Yes.
The transportation thing unfortunately lost for the four-county area.
Mhm.
But the Wayne County school millage thing passed.
Yes.
And that's going to be very helpful to Garden City schools as well as other schools.
Hmm. Is your mic on?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me
Forward. Not hearing me?
tap on it. No. There you go.
Okay, transportation thing lost. The school millage thing passed, which is going to help Garden City schools.
Hmm.
Both of the charter amendments in Garden City passed.
Yes.
So that'll change the terms.
Yeah.
Okay. Any event,
You know what?
switch mics?
Switch up here. There you go.
Okay.
Now you're good.
So anyway,
Perfect.
Yeah. Now I can even hear me.
Okay.
As I said, the things of local interest. We lost the regional transportation issue.
Mhm.
They can't come back for at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
The school millage thing which is desperately needed, did pass.
That's good.
Both of the charter amendments passed.
Hmm.
So there's some mixed feelings about whether those terms ought to be extended to 4 years, but that's what
Yeah.
the voters approved.
Right.
Of course, the big news was the presidential election. It's not my guy.
No.
However, I got to wish him best because to do otherwise would.
We have no choice. We're stuck with him for 4 years.
Yeah,
What are we going to do?
He's going to be president, and he needs to succeed
Yep.
because that helps the country succeed.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, but I have concerns
I do too.
that kept me from voting for him.
I wasn't thrilled with his platform. That's
No.
for sure.
Well, I like this quote
Yeah, the quote
from
you read.
Stan Van Gundy, the
Awesome.
quote,
Read that.
the coach of the Pistons. He says, "It's incredible. I don't know how you go about it if you're a person of color today or a Latino, because white society just said to you again, not like we haven't forever, but again and emphatically, that I don't think you deserve equality. We don't think you deserve respect." And the same with women. So
That hit it right on the nose.
yeah, that's what worries me about the Trump campaign. Was very divisive in its
Very.
nature, and now they've got to try to bring everybody together because I don't think we benefit at all.
How was that going to happen, though, when he was so divisive?
Well, he's going to have to change.
You think he is?
I hope so, because we can't go around saying to our Black American brethren, our Latino brethren, our Muslim brethren, and to women that you don't deserve respect.
I know.
That
You just
you're not
can't do it.
That you're not equal.
Yeah.
You know, that is just the antithesis of how I believe.
Well, you saw the demonstrations in all the different cities, didn't you?
Yeah.
A lot of unhappy people.
Yeah.
He didn't win the popularity vote.
No, he's the second president in 16 years to lose the
Popularity
popular
vote,
vote.
and win the electoral college.
So there's going to be Democrats again crying, "Let's get rid of the electoral college. Let's go."
Yep.
Yeah.
They visited that before, and it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah. And I don't think it will under this administration and Republican-controlled Congress. But those are just a few thoughts.
Well, I guess he met Obama at the White House today, and they said it was civil.
Yeah.
But
I saw the news things on that.
You know, I mean, I don't know.
Like I said, we need him to be successful because we're really hurting if he isn't.
Yeah, and I'm not really thrilled with the cabinet that he's choosing, but we don't know for sure.
We don't know who they are for sure. But,
but there's been talk.
Some of the suggestions do not garner a lot of respect from me for their qualifications.
Somebody said today that Christie should be put as transportation secretary.
Yeah, well, he certainly knows how to handle traffic over bridges.
Bridgegate. Oh my God, I heard that and I laughed my butt off. That was so funny.
Oh well.
Well, it was very entertaining, that's for sure.
Yeah. I was disappointed, but I didn't wind up crying, and I'm not going out demonstrating. I don't think that does any good.
No, I'm not going to do it either, but I didn't say too much yesterday, very much. Yeah, I think everybody was in shock, really.
Yesterday I wore my University of Michigan football shirt. I said, I at least like to think there's one winner that I'm still supporting.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I guess Randy's driving to Iowa. He's going to be at the game in Iowa. Him and his son are going there. He's leaving
that's
right
a lot
after.
more dedication than I am.
Yeah, right
Just
after
like
the veterans ceremony.
Like I used to tell people when I was working at Comerica Park and Cleveland would ask for some of our vendors to come there to help them for special events. He says, "Are you going?" I says, "Same thing with the Iowa game. I don't do road trips."
Yeah, no. Tailgate, yes, but not road trips.
Exactly.
And then the state representative, Jewel Jones, I guess he won.
Yeah.
He actually lost in Garden City, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I guess Westland carried him through.
I voted for him because I didn't want to see the Republican majority in the House get any bigger.
Well, yeah.
So
it's
I figured,
pretty darn big right now.
Yeah. David was hopeful that we'd be able to flip-flop that, but that was back in the days when we thought that Trump would lose and
right. And Lauren Plawicki, she won.
Yeah.
She got that.
She got a couple
for
months.
7 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah.
So, all in all, John Conyers won big again.
Yeah.
Debbie Dingle won big.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I didn't think there was any doubt that Conyers was going to win. He's my wife doesn't like him, and I don't know if she voted for him or not, but there was no way that it didn't matter whether Garden City voted for him or not. He was going to win.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We're such a small part of his
Wasn't
district.
no doubt.
Yeah. We are not representative of his district as a whole.
No. But he does represent us.
Yeah.
So what else you got? Anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, but I got a lot of announcements.
All right, well, let's get on to the announcements. You can sing your theme song and then we'll wrap it up. Here we go.
Okay.
That'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day.
Okay, it's time
when you
for some
make me
community
cry. You say you're gonna
Let's get
leave.
Mike in here.
You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
All right.
Sometime.
Good job.
One of these days I'm going to do the second verse. Okay, got some announcements here.
All right.
Most of them we've heard before, but we've got a few new ones.
Mm-hmm.
The High School Key Club, which is a off branch of the Kiwanis, is having their Thanksgiving bags for local families. They're providing them.
Yeah.
Gordon Chevrolet has generously donated turkeys for the cause. It takes
Gordon's awesome.
Yeah, they are. They're
Love
a great
them.
community partner.
They are.
It costs about $20 for a bag, and they tell you specifically what they want you to put in it. Jell-O, any flavor, Jiffy muffin mix, pie crust mix, cake mix, car frosting, yams, corn, green beans, etc. There's a whole list of stuff here. Or, a little simpler, you can send your $20 care of Bob Fulton, who is the high school sponsor for the Key Club advisor at the high school, and he will have the students do the shopping for you. Checks may be payable to Garden City High School.
Cool.
We've got a holiday bazaar to talk about, It's going to be tomorrow from 4:30 to 9. Turkey dinner at 5 p.m. and 8 to 8 p.m. All you can eat. Adults $9, kids 12 and under $5, under 3 free. Saturday, November 12th from 9 to 3. There's going to be snacks and lunch available. This is all at the Garden, sponsored by the Garden City Presbyterian Church, 1841 Middle Belt, 1 block south of Ford Road. There's going to be a cookie walk, bake sale, Grandma's Attic, silent auction, Christmas boutique, jewelry, homemade crafts at Crafty Corners. You can contact them at 734-421-7620 or at www.gardencitypresbyterian.org. Garden City Rotary Club is having a wine tasting. That'll be this Saturday, November 12th from 7 to 10, hosted by the Golden Feather Restaurant at 29633 Ford Road in Garden City. Live entertainment, wine tasting, and raffles. You're going to that, aren't you, Gary?
No, actually, Cheryl's going, and I gave my ticket to a girlfriend of hers. They're going to have it, make it a girls' night.
Yeah, it's going to be a chick night, huh?
Chick night.
Yeah. Funds from this event support the many activities and scholarships that the Garden City Rotary Club conducts annually. So you know it's going to go to a good cause. Rotary's a great organization.
Yep.
They do a lot of good things.
It's going to be a fun time.
Admission is $25. Admission includes 5 pours, or additional pour punch cards, or 5 pours for only $5. Wines ordered at this event will be available for pickup from Jonah's Market, who's providing the wines, and plenty of time for holiday gift giving and entertaining. No shipping fees. See any Garden City Rotarian for advance tickets, or email rwmclachlan@gmail.com. I was going to pronounce it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know why these people don't use shorter email addresses.
Yeah, well.
Easier anyway.
So the sponsors are Golden Feather, Jonah's Market, Family Heating and Cooling, and School Financial Solutions.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
The Laughing Pig Comedy Festival.
No, we are all going to that.
Yep. You've got people going. I've got four people in the family going. It's a fundraiser for the Arts Center in Garden City, celebrating the art of stand-up comedy, and named in honor of Garden City's mascot, Willie the Pig. It'll be this Sunday from 5 to 8 at the Garden City Moose, 29137 Ford Road, Garden City, Michigan, 48135. Plenty of parking in back of the store there, right off of Pardo.
Yep.
The headliner for the 2016 Laughing Pig Comedy Festival is Ken Evans. Bring a boy next door persona to the stage. Bringing a boy next door persona to the stage. Ken has an observational style of comedy that relates to every audience member. His energy is electric, and his act is very visual, bringing his comedy to life with this command of the stage. The Orlando Sentinel said, Ken Evans' biting wit is like viewing life through broken glass. Not sure how to interpret that.
I don't know. That sounds painful.
Evans has appeared on NBC's Ed, Caroline's Comedy Hour, and The Last Comic Standing. The host and MC for The Laughing Pig is Garden City's own famous Kevin Kramus. Tickets are $20. They can be purchased in advance at the downtown Garden City DDA office, or from Fleming Financial Services, or at the door the night of the show. Questions, please contact John Fleming at 734-604-0227 or John at FlemingFinancialSVCS.com. Doors open at 4 p.m. I guess there's going to be some food available for purchase.
Yes,
so,
food and drinks.
Yep. So,
And for those that remember, Don Wakefield was on our show a couple times. He's the one that is putting this all together for the Garden Center.
Yeah, for the
Art Center. Garden Art Center.
Yeah. And he's got a major undertaking because there's a lot of renovations that he needs to do.
Absolutely.
To get that up to the point where he wants it to be eventually.
Well,
it could be an attractive highlight of Garden City.
Oh, it's going to be.
Once he's done with it.
Yeah, his vision is unbelievable.
Yeah,
and,
be so many,
and this is to go towards the $40,000 lift that they have to put in for, handicap and that.
Yeah.
So that's what this is.
So we'll all have a good time. And
yeah. Come on out.
I think there's a few tickets still available. So
yeah, last I heard there was like 20 or something, 19, something like that.
And another great Garden City event, the Garden City High School
Community Theater
Performing Arts Center at O'Leary Auditorium is presenting Peter and the Starcatcher, a grown-up's prequel to Peter Pan. The comedy thing, by the way, is 21 and older.
Right.
Yeah. But Peter and the Starcatcher is open to people of all ages. Original production on Broadway by, you don't need to know who all produced it.
Nah, you don't need that.
But the important thing is the tickets are $10.
It's a deal.
You're going to be out. They're going to have 4 performances, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, November 17th, 18th, and 19th. So that's next week at 7 p.m. and Sunday, November 20th at 2 o'clock p.m. You can buy tickets in advance, but only an hour and a half before the show actually starts.
Okay.
So we're going probably to the Sunday one. So 12:30, I can go out and get the tickets, and then we'll come back at 2 o'clock and see the show.
Yeah.
General admission seating. There's no reserve seating. Baco is open, as I say, 90 days before the show. It's presented through special performances with Music Theater International. All authorized performance materials are also supplied by MTI. Should be another great event.
Yeah.
I would hope that they'll have.
They did a great job with Fiddler on the Roof.
Well,
that
yeah.
was successful.
Yeah, Fiddler on the Roof is a classic. It's
Yeah.
got some great songs in
Yeah.
it. I'm looking forward to this one. Garden City Press.
All right. See you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Hang loose. And we had a little technical difficulty there, but we're signing off, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.